What's up, you guys? So it is getting so messy. The divorce between Jeannie Mai and Jeezy J. Wayne Jenkins, it's so messy. And at this point, they are fighting over their child. We all hoped it wouldn't come to that, but it has come to that. And so we're going to get into the details of it in this video. But first, if you're watching and you haven't yet subscribed, I feel like y'all know what the rest is. Go ahead and subscribe and click the thumbs up button. Y'all know to do all the YouTube things. All right, you guys. So, of course, I keep up with Jeannie's divorce through the court documents. And there is a response here filed on December 19th to the petitioner, who is Jay Wayne, his motion for a temporary hearing. Now, apparently, he wants a temporary hearing to discuss Jeannie gatekeeping their child. And so this is Jeannie's response. His actual motion, the documents, I don't see where the documents of the motion are uploaded, but her response goes paragraph to paragraph. Like her number one matches his number one, her number two matches his number two. So you can pretty much gather what he said in his motion. Now, I want to start with section 3. In response to paragraph 3 of Mr. Jenkins' motion for a temporary hearing, Ms. Jenkins, meaning Jeannie, shows that the parties began renting a home in LA approximately March 2022, where Ms. Jenkins has primarily resided since approximately October 2023 after Mr. Jenkins initiated divorce proceedings. So there were headlines that Jeannie was staying in Atlanta and she wanted to work things out, but that was more of PR, because we can see here in black and white that Jeannie is saying that she actually moved to their LA home and she was in LA from October after he filed for divorce in September. So it goes on to say that in response to paragraph 4 of Mr. Jenkins' motion for a temporary hearing, I hate calling her Miss Jenkins because this guy did her so dirty. I'm going to just call her Jeannie. In response to paragraph 4 of Mr. Jenkins' motion, Jeannie shows that she has demonstrated remarkable flexibility to accommodate Mr. Jenkins' schedule. Not only has Jeannie agreed to all the dates that Jeezy requested, but on multiple occasions, she's also been flexible with him, changing the dates that were mutually agreed upon. And she also agreed to Jeezy having their daughter for an extended period of time over the Christmas holidays. And it's also worth noting, with respect for consistency, that Jeannie has typically responded to communication from Jeezy regarding visitation within 24 hours of receiving it. So she's saying she's being flexible, and he's saying she's not. And that's why he's requesting a temporary hearing. Part of the challenge is they live on two different sides of the country. Jeannie lives in LA and Jeezy lives in Atlanta. So it's causing a problem when it comes to visitation and raising their child. So the part that Jeannie denies is the allegations in paragraph 6 of Jeezy's motion. That's what says that she's acted as a gatekeeper for the party's daughter, and she is denying that. She's denying that she's acted as a gatekeeper for their daughter, and shows that she remains committed to facilitating and encouraging Jeezy's involvement in their daughter's life. Now, this is the part that's making headlines. They say it is essential to clarify that Jeannie's insistence on reasonable safety measures being put in place, such as safely securing and locking away all firearms that have been unsecured in the past, as well as having familiarity and properly trained caregivers, is absolutely not gatekeeping, but rather a responsible effort to prioritize their daughter's well-being. So there are 3 issues here. Jeannie has 3 issues. Number 1, she says there are unsecured firearms. She said they've been unsecured in the past. Number 2, she wants to know the people that are caring for her child. She wants to know the babysitters or whoever it is that is caring for Monaco. She wants a familiarity with them. She wants to know who they are. That makes sense to me. And thirdly, she wants to make sure they're properly trained. I would assume that means properly trained in CPR and things like that a caregiver would need to be trained in. All right, you guys, so this is what I want to talk about. I want to have a conversation about these 3 things that Jeannie is requesting. Like I said, to me, they sound reasonable, but I want to know, is this different from when they were married? When they were married, it sounds like she didn't require that the firearms be secured because she said in the past they were unsecured. So her behavior may seem different from when they were married. Same thing with wanting to be familiar with whatever caregiver is caring for her daughter and making sure that they're properly trained. I want to know if these things are different from what she required when they were married, because that may be the issue. Jeezy may feel like she's doing too much in gatekeeping because her requirements have changed. Maybe she put up with some things when they were married. Maybe she let him have firearms unsecured. And maybe she let his family or whoever watch the baby, even if they weren't CPR certified or what have you. And maybe her requirements have changed now that they're no longer husband and wife. That's what I'm curious to. But you guys, leave a comment and let me know, do you think Jeannie Mai is gatekeeping their daughter? Do you think she's gatekeeping their daughter? Do you think maybe her standards have just changed now that they're divorced? You guys leave a comment and let me know what you think about the allegations that Jeezy is making that Jeannie is gatekeeping their daughter. As always, thanks for watching. And while we're sipping tea, let's talk about some real tea. Let's talk about your tea. 2024 is quickly approaching, and it's that time of year when we start laying out our plans for the next year. And if your plan includes starting a business, continuing to run a business, or using social media at all for business, and that includes you content creators, I want you to download my free ebook. It's called The Pink Print, and it's a 30-page guide to YouTube in 2024, because you're definitely going to need YouTube in 2024. The link is in the description box and the comment section.